Assassin's Creed Odyssey will see you take on the role of either Alexios or Kassandra, as you fight across land and sea. I played a few hours of Odyssey during a demo session ahead of E3, the huge gaming expo, and so far it seems like Odyssey will be right up your alley if you like last year's Assassin's Creed Origins. But there's one major change coming to Odyssey that should excite even non-fans of the franchise: branching narratives. Think Mass Effect, but with infinitely more stabbing. Assassin's Creed games have always followed a linear narrative. Basically, the story would always proceed without your having any input beyond finding and completing quests. For Odyssey, though, Ubisoft is going a different direction by introducing a branching narrative. You've seen this as games like the Elder Scrolls series and most serious role-playing games. Instead of just following along with the story in the passenger seat, you'll be able to choose how Alexios or Kassandra respond to situations and other characters by selecting one of multiple narrative choices. Interestingly, rather than providing you with a visual cue to let you know that your responses are either good or bad, usually via blue or red text, Odyssey senior producer Alexios said Ubisoft purposely chose to leave out anything indicating the morality of your choices. People tend to gravitate toward good behavior, to being nice with people, which is surprising, because when you talk to people and you look on YouTube and everywhere, you would think it's quite the opposite, Coty explained. We took the conscious decision of trying to make it more gray. When we indicated the choices, people would gravitate to the one and always stay there, and I'd like them to step back. Of course, games like Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim don't indicate your moral choices, so it's not a completely new concept, but it's certainly a welcome addition to the series. It's making it difficult for me to go and play the older gamers, Coty said. We reached a point in development where I just couldn't go back anymore, because of those dialogue choices, the choices that are there. Odyssey might be switching up its story presentation, but it's keeping much of the combat and art the same as that in Origins. The same hitbox-based fighting makes a return, which is a good thing for the series, and you'll still be able to upgrade your characters using ability points. Naturally, you'll do plenty of sneaking, stabbing, climbing, and hawk hunting across various Greek landmarks. But it's where you'll be doing all of that. Ubisoft says the world of Odyssey spans 16 kilometers by 16 kilometers. It's absolutely massive. And while a lot of that is covered by the Mediterranean Sea, Ubisoft says that various islands will dot the game world, each with their own narratives. You'll also be able to seamlessly transition into sea battles in Odyssey, during which you can control ships, take down rival Greeks and hunt pirates. You can even board ships before they go down and kick your enemies into the water where hungry sharks will devour them. Overall, the game looks very similar to Origins, but having played that, I can say I'm not exactly upset with the prospect. With the change in narrative structure in Odyssey, Ubisoft has reinvented Assassin's Creed over the course of 2 games in a very welcome way. We'll have more on Odyssey when it hits consoles on October 5. More games coverage.